Go ahead and take just a couple of deep breaths in and out. And as you continue to breathe, notice the sensation of your breath in your nasal passages. Aware of the breath in the nasal passages. You might sense that on inhale, the breath feels cooler and drier. On exhale, the breath feels warmer and more humid. You might also notice that one nostril is more open than the other. That's completely fine. Aware of the breath in the nasal passages. Now we know that physically the breath is entering through the nostrils, past the throat, and into the lungs on inhale, and then reverse that on exhale. But I'd like us just to work with the breath in the nostrils themselves and a little bit of internal imagery. So as you inhale, feel that cool sensation of the breath come to converge at the center of your brain, like an inverted V. Then exhale, feel the warm air move from that point back out of the nostrils. So again, that's inhale, cool breath to the center of the brain, stimulating that point. And then exhale, kind of like an exhaust, warm air moving out of the nostrils from that point. And just continue to see that movement of breath, that altering of sensation, cool breath to the center of the brain, warm breath from the center of the brain. Sensing the cool breath to the center of your brain on inhale. And sensing the warm breath from the center of the brain back out again on exhale. And among other things, this visual with the breath is just helping to calm your mind, pulling you out of any cyclical patterns that might not be serving you. Just bringing any erratic or frenetic thoughts into a more focused state. So let's do it a couple more times. Cool breath to the center of the brain on inhale. Warm breath from the center of the brain back out again on exhalation. Good, and as you complete this exhalation, release the technique. And taking a deeper, fuller breath, bring your palms to your heart and bow your chin and just honor yourself as you are this evening, this body, breath, this energetic state and state of mind. And it's in service to all of that awareness that we'll practice this evening. So go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palms over your eyes. Brushing back over the top of your head, down the neck, bringing yourself gently, carefully back to the space around you. Welcome. So we're going to begin on our backs tonight. So go ahead and set any props you have off to the side and come to lie down. Good, so lying on your back, go ahead and have your arms down by your side. And just take a moment to check in with which side of your body is your right side and which side of your body is your left side. It'll come in handy here in the next few exercises. Connecting to your breath. With your next inhalation, please lift your right arm all the way overhead, knuckles touching the floor above you. As you exhale, release the right arm down to your side. Then inhale, lift the left arm all the way overhead, knuckles touching the floor above you. And exhale, release the left arm back down. Let's do the first side again. Right arm lifts, inhale, all the way overhead. Exhale, release the arm all the way back down. Left arm inhale to the floor above you. Exhale, release. Let's do one more time with just the arms. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, right arm lowers. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, left arm lowers. We're going to add the legs this time. So with your next inhale, lift your right arm all the way overhead and lift your left leg into the air. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale, release both back down. Inhale, lift the left arm and right leg. And exhale, release both back down. Right arm, left leg, inhale. Exhale, release. Left arm, right leg, inhale. And exhale, release. Please continue, opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Moving with your breath. About one more time on each side. And the next time the left arm and the right leg release to the ground, go ahead and relax for a moment. Just notice sensation. And we're going to do the same type of exercise, but we're just going to add a little bit more choreography to it. So listen carefully, lefts and rights, arms and legs. With your next inhale, lift your right arm and left leg. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower just the leg, leave the right arm overhead. Inhale, lift the left arm and the right leg. Exhale, lower just the right leg. Both arms are overhead now. Inhale, lift the left leg into the air. With your exhale, lower the left leg and the right arm. Good. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower the right leg with the left arm. Your arms are down by your side now. Let's do that again. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower just the leg, leave the arm overhead. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower just the leg. Left leg lifts, please. Exhale, lower the left leg with the right arm. Right leg lifts, please. Exhale, lower the right leg with the left arm. We're going to do a couple more rounds. Right arm, left leg, inhale. Exhale, lower just the leg. Left arm, right leg, inhale. Exhale, lower just the leg. Left leg lifts. Lower the left leg with the right arm. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower the leg with the left arm. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, just the leg. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, just the leg. Left leg lifts. Exhale, lower the left leg with the right arm. Right leg lifts. And then exhale, lower the right leg with the left arm. One last round. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower just the leg. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower just the leg. Left leg lifts. Exhale, lower the leg with the right arm. Right leg lifts. Then exhale, lower the right leg with the left arm. Both arms are down by your side now. Again, notice sensation. Balancing the hemispheres of the brain, and we're also warming up the body, just noticing what's there for you. Good. And then while we're on our backs, we'll do some work for the hamstrings. So go ahead and hug your right knee, just the right knee, into your chest. Just hug it in, and just feel a gentle stretch in your hip here. And while you're at it, flex the left foot, the leg on the floor, and point the toes toward the ceiling so that leg is engaged. You might feel a bit more of a stretch when that leg is activated. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, and then please hold behind the right leg with both hands. And with your inhale, extend your right leg toward the ceiling, reaching through the heel, the arm straighten. As you exhale, bend the right knee back into your chest. Inhale, extend the leg toward the ceiling, pull the toes back, reach through the heel, and exhale, bring it back in. Let's do a few more. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, extend, and exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. One more time. Go ahead and extend the leg and leave it extended this time. Good. Keep holding on behind the leg as best you can. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, curl your chin in toward your throat. Go ahead and curl yourself up toward the knee. Stay up for the inhale. Then exhale, release the head and shoulders back down. Stay down for the inhale. Exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat. Bring the forehead up. Stay up for the inhale. And exhale, release the head and shoulders back down. We'll do 2 more rounds. With your exhale, chin to throat, forehead lifts. Staying up for the inhale. And exhale, releasing down. Last round. With your next exhalation, curl on up. And then exhale, release on down. Go ahead and bend the right knee into your chest and then extend the leg down to the floor. Notice the difference between sensation on both sides, especially in the hips and of course down into the legs. You might feel like your right leg is longer than the other. And then we'll balance out that sensation. So go ahead and bring your left knee into your chest this time, hugging it in. And activate your right leg. So flex the foot, point the toes toward the ceiling. As you draw the left knee in toward your chest, you might feel a little bit more of a stretch in the right quad or top of the thigh. Breathing here. Good, and then go ahead and hold behind the left knee with both hands. And we'll do that hamstring work on this side. So with your inhale, extend the left leg toward the ceiling, pull the toes back, reaching through the heel. Exhale, bend the left knee back into your chest. Inhale, extend the left leg toward the ceiling, arms straighten. Exhale, bend the knee back in. Let's do several more. Inhale, extending through the heel. And exhale, bending in. Please continue on your breath for a few more rounds. And since the second side we're working on, you might notice a difference in access to this leg. Maybe this leg is more open, more flexible. Maybe it's tighter. Doesn't mean that this is a good or a bad leg. It just means there's something different going on there. So just awareness. Good. Go ahead and extend the leg one more time with your next inhalation and leave it extended. Keep holding behind the knee or thigh. We'll do a little bit of that core work now. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat. Bring your forehead up toward the knee. Stay up for the inhale. And then exhale, release back down. Stay down for the inhale. Exhale, chin to throat, forehead lifts, coming on up. Stay up for the inhale. And exhale, release on down. Let's do a few more. With your next exhale, chin to throat, forehead lifts. Stay up for the inhale. Exhale, release. Staying down for the inhale. Exhale, curling on up. Exhale down one more time, please. Exhale, curling on up. Stay up for the inhale. And then exhale, release down. Go ahead and hug the left knee back in, and then straighten the leg down to the floor. Again, feel sensation as the muscles relax from that engagement. Hopefully your legs feel about the same length now. Good. One more exercise here on our backs. Go ahead and bring the feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees. And the feet are about hip distance apart, prepping for bridge pose. Good. We'll get the arms started. We'll add the hips in just a moment. With your next inhale, please lift both arms all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Then exhale, release the arms back down to your side. Then inhale, lift the arms. This time, pick up the hips. Reach your pelvis toward the ceiling. Bridge pose. Exhale, release the arms back down. Let's continue. Inhale, lift the arms and hips into the air. And exhale, releasing down. Let's do just a few more. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. On your breath. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Warming up your spine here. The hip flexors. And giving the shoulders a little bit more love. Good. As you come into bridge pose this time, arms overhead, hips lifting toward the sky. Go ahead and stay. And though we're holding the pose, there's still some engagement here. So with your inhale, you want to feel your heart, your breastbone, bowing toward your chin, deepening the back bend in your upper back. That's your inhale. With your exhale, reinforce the pelvis toward the ceiling. Inhale, heart to chin. Exhale, pelvis to ceiling. Relax your throat, relax your jaw. Space behind your eyes. Forehead. Back of the head. Staying up for about 2 more breaths. Deep breath in here. And then exhale, release the arms and hips back down. Again, take a moment to feel sensation. Good. And then from here, go ahead and roll to your right side. And then let's come on up to a seat. So sitting. And have your feet out in front of you. Your feet flat on the floor. I'll scoot back a little bit so you can see me on screen. There we go. So if you're sitting on your mat the normal way, if I was facing this way, your feet would be about mat width apart. The way that I kind of gauge it right now is that my feet are just a little bit wider than my shoulders. Go ahead and take your hands behind you to brace you, and then sit up as tall as you can, okay? Sitting tall. If you start to notice your shoulders rounding up, just pull the heart through. Good. All right, with your next inhale, allow your knees to fall to the right. With your exhale, come back to center. Then inhale, knees fall to the left. Exhale to center. Inhale, knees to a side. Exhale to center. Inhale, knees to the other side. Exhale to center. Please continue moving from side to side on your own. And you can go slowly here. You can go quickly here. Really what your body feels like this evening. And it might feel a little counterintuitive to inhale as you drop the knees, because normally we exhale when we twist. The intention of the inhale is actually to create length along the side of the body that the knees are falling away from. So it's not so much about twisting, but creating length along the side body. So inhale to a side, exhale to center, inhale to a side, exhale to center. Keep the heart lifting. A couple more times, just helping to alleviate any tension in the hip joints, or at least starting to alleviate that tension. And we're also stretching a little bit the psoas here, this big wraparound muscle from the lower back that goes down into the groin. Sometimes when we have lower back pain or even hip pain, it's actually because the psoas muscle is tightened up. So this is helping with that. Let's do a couple more times. I could just do this all day. And you're welcome to as well. Go ahead and take the knees to a side and stay. Doesn't matter which side, we'll do both of them. And this inside knee, really allow it to draw down and forward, creating a little bit more length along that side body. Keep the heart lifting here. Even pressing that pelvis, the side of the pelvis forward. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. And this time, inhale to unwind. Stay here for a moment and center, and just notice the difference between the two sides, because sometimes that movement can feel subtle. And so when we sit with the difference between the sides, we can actually find out what happened. So just noticing what's there, if anything. And let's do the other side when you're ready. Go ahead and drop the knees to the other side. Inhale. Good. Now again, working with some of the alignment stuff or the deepening into the pose. This inside knee, allow it to draw down and forward. This back hip popping up a little bit more. And then think about drawing this hip bone forward just a little bit more. And breathe. Keep the heart lifting. Keep breathing, almost there. Good. And then with your inhale, go ahead and unwind. And again, feel sensation. It's happening in the body. It's happening in your breath. It's happening in your mind. Bringing full awareness to this practice. Good. So go ahead and extend your legs all the way forward now. Now we're still getting started tonight, so if it's okay if you're not at your most flexible point yet. The more access you have to your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, and your lower back, the closer your feet will be together in this one. The less so, and it's fine if that's the case, the further apart your feet will be, but no wider than your shoulders, okay? So go ahead and lift your arms up by your ears. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, hinge at your hips and bring your heart about halfway forward. Good, then inhale, lift back up. And we'll do that again. Exhale, folding down. Then inhale, lifting up. The arms are staying up by the ears the entire time. And only going as far forward as you can without collapsing, without the back dropping. Okay, keep the entire spine engaged, including the head. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding down. Let's do about 2 more. And then as you exhale this time, go to your furthest point, whatever that looks like for you, and allow the hands to relax down on the legs. It's fine if you can grab the feet here, but that's not the goal. We don't want to overextend in the shoulders. This posture is more about lengthening your lower back. Just take some deep breaths. Good, 1 more breath here. Now before you come up, with your inhale, extend your arms forward, arms by your ears, and then use the lower back to lift you all the way up to a seat. And then relax the arms down. Good. Wow, we haven't actually come on to hands and knees yet or anything, and we're not going to just yet. I want to do 1 more exercise. Yeah, so I'm gonna have you come to lie down on your side. Coming to lie down on your side. And so my hips are stacking one on top of the other. The legs are stacking on top of each other. And my elbow is right underneath my shoulder. So it doesn't matter which side you're doing. We'll do both sides. The hand that's on the floor, I actually have my fingertips splayed so that I have a nice strong base. Because essentially between the feet, the elbow, and the hands, we're creating this triangle that we'll work with in this next exercise. Now, sometimes this exercise can be a little destabilizing. It's kind of a balancing posture. So if you want the right fingertips on the ground, go ahead and do so. If not, you can just bring the right hand onto the hip, okay? So when you're ready, with an inhale, go ahead and lift the hips into the air, bowing them toward the ceiling, and then exhale, put them back down. And then do that again. Inhale, lift the hips into the air, and exhale back down. Again, the right hand can be on the floor to stabilize you. Inhale, lift, exhale down. You could even bring one foot in front of the other and do the work here. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And then let's hold for about 3 breaths. Allowing this hip bone, the one that's on top, to really bow toward the ceiling. Good. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, carefully release the hips down, not collapsing, as best you can. And then go ahead and roll onto your belly. Take a moment here just to feel sensation. That last exercise having worked into the obliques, sides of the body. Good. And then go ahead and roll onto your other side. So on camera, I've just turned around, but you can just roll onto your other side. Good. So again, getting into the posture itself, hips are stacked, feet are stacked, elbow underneath the shoulder, hand flat on the floor. Again, the top hand can be on the ground here if you'd like to. You can bring one foot in front of the other if you'd like to, or the free hand can come onto your hip. With your next inhale, go ahead and lift the hips into the air, and exhale, release them down with control. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, coming down. Keep going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. The top hip bowing toward the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale down. Let's do 2 more. And then lifting on up. Let's stay for 3 breaths. Keep the hips bowing toward the sky. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing. Good. Take a deep breath in. And then don't collapse, but carefully release the hips down. And then roll back onto your belly to relax. Feeling sensation. Good. Now, since we're on the abdomen, since we're on our bellies, go ahead and slide the hands back underneath your shoulders. Good. Feet are about hip distance apart. We'll play around with some locust pose. So with your inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the head, chest, and the legs, floating up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, come back up again. And exhale, release down again. Let's do 3 more. Pelvis grounding, head, chest, and legs lifting. Inhale. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, coming on up. And you guessed it, we're going to hold for 3 breaths. Squeeze up the legs. 1 more breath. And then don't collapse. Exhale, carefully release yourself down. Curling the toes under. Go ahead and push yourself up to hands and knees and back into downward facing dog. And believe it or not, it's the first down dog of class, so go ahead and walk it out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor, bending the opposite knee, pedaling the feet, feeling length in the legs and, as you know, length in the spine, hip bones reaching toward the ceiling behind you. Good. 1 more breath here. And then go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. Release the neck and shoulders here, hands hanging toward the floor. Knees are slightly bent, never locked. And notice where you're resting the weight of your body in your feet. If it's more toward the heels, lean forward toward the balls of the feet, and you'll take more of the stretch into the backs of the legs and maybe even the lower back. Good. One more breath in this forward fold. And then with your next inhale, press palms to shins. Come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold down. And then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back coming all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Good. Feel sensation for a moment. What's happening in your body? How's the breath? Where and how is your mind? Good. Taking a deeper, fuller breath. Bringing your awareness back. And I'll have you turn to step wide on your yoga mat. So feet pretty wide. Toes pointing outward about 45 degrees. And we'll start with the hands on the hips, and then we'll add some other fun stuff here in just a minute. We're going to take a deep breath in, feel length in the spine. With your exhale, bend both knees out toward their toes, sinking down into a squat. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, sinking down. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, sinking down. Then inhale, lift. Go ahead and lift your arms overhead. Relax your shoulders. Good. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, sinking down into the squat. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, sinking down again. Inhale, straighten. One more time like this. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, straighten. We're going to add on to this. So it's a two-part exhale, a two-part inhale. You'll see what I mean. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend the knees, sink down, and then fold forward. Bring the chest parallel to the floor. All one exhale. Inhale, lift the chest first, then straighten the legs. It's a two-part exhale, two-part inhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink down, and then bring the chest parallel to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, and then straighten the legs. Again, exhale, bend the knees, chest parallel to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest first, and then straighten the legs. If you need to, the hands can come onto the hips here, doing the same exercise with the spine. Exhale, bending the knees, chest parallel to the floor. Inhale, lifting the chest, then straighten the legs. Again, hands on the hips or arms overhead. Good, helping to stretch and strengthen your lower back here. Working into the hips as well. Almost there. Good, now go ahead and bend your knees. Exhale, bring the chest parallel to the floor and stay. It's okay if you want to move the hands onto your hips for this hold. Of course, it's also okay if you want to leave the arms extended forward. Just breathe. Good, inhale, lift the chest. And then straighten the legs. Good, take an adjusting breath, release the arms. Feel sensation. Good. We're gonna do some more work with the squatting and with our shoulders and spine. It's a well-rounded practice tonight. All right, you're gonna go ahead and bend your knees. Actually, if you want to, straighten your legs and just watch me do one round of this first so that you know what you can expect to see or feel in your body, okay? So in a moment, I'm going to have you bend the knees just like before, knees pointing toward their own toes so they're not buckling in, which can destabilize the knee joint. And I'm going to take my arms out to the side. Good. And then I'm going to exhale, take the elbow down onto a knee, and then inhale, reach over. Both knees are still bent here. And then I'll come all the way back up. And then I'll bring an elbow down, reach the other side, and then coming all the way back. It's kind of like I'm sitting in a chair doing this. And if you come to the chair yoga classes, we actually do this sometimes. All right, go ahead and join me. Take your arms out to the side. Exhale, bend both knees. Good. And then go ahead and bring an elbow down onto the knee. Sweep the top arm over. Keep the knees bent. Coming back, inhale. And then exhale, elbow down, doing the other side, sweeping. And then inhale, coming back. Let's do a few more, doing your best to keep the knees bent the entire time. And again, the knees are kind of going out toward their own toes. Make sure that they're not buckling in. Reach. Inhale back. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. I know your thighs are kind of feeling it right now. They're getting stronger. We're gonna do a couple more, okay? Good. The next time you come back up, straighten the legs and release the arms. Take a moment and center. Feeling sensation. All right, you got one more squat in here because we're just gonna do it. Technically it's two because we do one on each side, but we'll make it, we'll make it. Go ahead and bend the knees out toward their own toes. Bring an elbow down onto the knee, sweep the arm over, and we're gonna hold. Again, both knees are bent here, and the top shoulder, whichever shoulder it is, roll that shoulder back and really reach through those fingertips, the arm in the air. Good. Breathe. Good, one more breath here. And then go ahead and come back up, straighten the legs, just for a moment. Trying to be nice to you before we do the other side. Good, arms extend, exhale, bend the knees. Opposite elbow to, or just do the other side than before. Take the top arm over and roll the top shoulder back. Again, both knees are bending, the hips are sinking. Reaching through the fingertips. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Good, one more breath. Good, then go ahead and come back up and release the arms down. Great job. Feel sensation. Nice strong body. And then from here, go ahead and turn the feet parallel so the toes point directly forward, or even pigeon toeing just slightly. This will give you more access to your hamstrings and your lower back. Give a little bit of bend to that front, to both knees. And then go ahead and hinge at the hips to fold forward and down over wide legs. Now, if your hands don't touch the floor, that's fine. You can grab opposite elbows to help support your shoulders, your hands and arms. You can also bring hands onto the shins or ankles. Or if you'd like to, hands can just rest on the floor if you can reach. Good. With your next inhale, go ahead and bring yourself all the way back up to wide leg standing. Good. Inhale, reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, release the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms off the back. Inhale as far as you can. And then we're going to fold forward once again, lifting the arms off the back as far as you can, maybe even overhead. Breathe. Good. Then carefully release the hands toward the floor. Press palms to shins. Come halfway up. Chest parallel to the ground. And then move your hands into one of, I guess there's actually 4 variations of this, but I'll just give you a few to start. From simplest to more challenging, your hands can be on your shins. This is the easiest version. Your hands can be on your hips. Your hands can be out to the side, airplane arms, or the hardest one is arms extended straight forward. Feel free to move your arms around as you'd like to for this next exercise. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend both knees forward. Hips sink down, chest parallel to the ground as well, sinking down into a deep squat here. Your chest and hips are on the same plane. Neck is in line with the spine. And again, the hands can be on the shins/ankles, maybe hands on the hips, maybe arms out to the side. And then for those of us who are really looking for a challenge tonight, arms forward. Whichever variation you're in, we're going to try to stay in this pose. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if we're working really hard, we're just going to stay for 30 seconds total, so you're probably halfway done already. Just breathe. Find that calm equanimity within you, despite anything you might be sensing in your body. Taking one more breath. And then take the hands to the floor, straighten the legs, and fold forward. Good, good. All right, so bring yourself up halfway again. And turn your right toes out to the side of your mat. And go ahead and fold over that leg. We'll do both sides, so we'll start with the right side. Now your back foot, you can point the toes forward toward your right foot slightly. It's kind of like a warrior 1 stance, if you remember that one. And we're just folding over the right leg here. Feeling length in the back of the right leg. And your hands can be on the floor. If your hands don't reach the floor, you can hold on to the shin or foot. And some of you maybe want just to hold on to a wrist behind your back. I find that holding onto a wrist behind your back kind of has a calming quality to it. But that's just my personal experience. I can't say what yours will be. Good. One more breath here. If your hands aren't already reaching toward the floor, go ahead and bring them there. And then walk to the left, coming back through center. And then we're just going to go to the other side. Turn your left toes toward the side of the mat. Your right toes pointing toward the left toes slightly. There's a slight inner rotation of the right hip joint so that you can fold over the left leg. Feeling a stretch in the back of the left leg. And again, some options for the hands. Hands or fingertips can be on the floor. You can bring them onto the leg or foot. Again, perhaps you want to hold on to a wrist behind your back. Breathing into whatever you're feeling. Good. One more breath here. And then release the hands toward the floor, walking back to center. Just fold forward with wide legs. Good. Bringing yourself up halfway, please. Go ahead and turn toward whatever direction is the top of your mat, whatever you've deemed as the top of your mat. Because we're going to just turn that way and then step back into downward facing dog. Good. Feeling into down dog for a moment. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs. And then with your next inhale, go ahead and come into plank pose, or you can do knees down if you'd like. And then go ahead and plank yourself down to the floor, either straight down or knees down, chest down. We're going to come into locust pose one more time tonight. Feeling the pelvis ground, go ahead and lift the head, chest, and the legs, coming into locust. And let's stay and let's breathe here. Chest is lifting, and our thighs are squeezing in and up. Lower back is working real hard. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Two more breaths. Squeeze up a little bit higher, especially the legs behind you. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale, release on down. Take an adjusting breath. Good. When you're ready, please roll over onto your back. We got a couple more exercises, but we're getting closer to Shavasana. All right, so coming onto your back, go ahead and extend your left leg down to the floor and hold on to the right knee. We've been here before, we know this one. Just take a breath or two. And then holding on to the right knee with the left hand, allow the left arm to extend out to the side. If there's furniture in the way or something, you can do goalpost arms by bending the elbow. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, guide the right knee across the body toward the floor on your left side. Now to deepen the twist, your hips can scoot more toward the center of your mat, so back a little bit. Try to feel your right shoulder ground behind you. And if it's comfortable on your neck, your chin can turn to the right. Let's take some breaths here. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind. Bring that right knee back. Adjust your hips. And then we'll switch sides. Allow the right leg to extend down and bring the left knee into your chest. Staying for a breath or two. And then holding on to the left knee with the right hand, allow the left arm to just relax out to the side. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, allow your left knee to come across the body toward the floor on your right side. The hips can scoot back a little bit toward the center of your mat if you'd like. Feel your left shoulder ground behind you. And if it's comfortable on your neck, your chin can turn to the left away from the knee. And let's breathe into this twist for just a few rounds. One more breath here. And then carefully inhale, unwind. Bring the hips back to center. And have your feet about hip distance apart, heels underneath the knees, prepping for bridge pose. And then inhale, lift the hips into the air. The arms can stay down this time, but go ahead and come up onto bridge. Just gonna hold for about 5 deep breaths. Inhale, feel the heart bow toward your chin, soften the throat. Exhale, reinforce your pelvis toward the ceiling. Breathe. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the hips down. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Good. Now for our final posture before Shavasana, please bring the soles of the feet together, holding on to the ankles, the shins, and some of you might be able to hold on to the pinky edge of your feet. Knees going wide, reclined butterfly. And breathe here for a moment, or I guess a few moments. Okay, now you can stay here stationary if you'd like to. If you want to give a little bit of a massage to the spine or the muscles around the spine, you might just gently rock from side to side. If that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Maybe you're rolling around on the tailbone a little bit. See what kind of micro movements you can make in this posture to give yourself just a little bit more of a release. Maybe the knees can go wider. Maybe they can't. Maybe it's just holding everything still and breathing a little bit deeper than you were before. And then do come to stillness in this posture. Holding on to the shins or ankles or feet. Drawing the feet in toward your belly. And then when you feel complete here, gently release the feet and extend your legs down to the floor to make yourself ready for Shavasana. Coming to lie down comfortably and prepare your body, prepare your space for this. So if you want to turn the lights down, you can. If you want to grab a blanket for your head or to cover up with, you can. And when you do come to rest, allow the heels to be about mat width apart, the toes falling away from one another so that the hips can really relax here. Hips spreading open. Your arms resting to your side, palms face up so your shoulders can relax. Feel some softness in your jaw. Relax the eyes. Forehead. Back of the head. The crown of your head. And as you start to relax a little bit more here, soften the breath. And become aware of the movement of your breath, or sensation of the breath, I should say, in your nostrils. That cooler air on inhale, that warmer air on exhale. And as we're relaxing in Shavasana, tap back into that introduction meditation we did. So inhaling, feeling the cool air in the nostrils converge at the center of the brain. And with your exhale, feel the warm air in the nostrils coming from the center of the brain back out into the world. Cooler air, the center of the brain on inhale. Warmer air back out again on exhale. And allow this altering of sensation to be what occupies your consciousness as you relax here. Anything that comes to mind that is not this play between cool and warm, inhale and exhale, just allow that thought to dissolve. Cool air to the brain on inhale, warm air from the brain on exhale. Peace, peace, peace. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath, please. Making some gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs. Bringing your body and awareness back. When you're ready, please roll to your right side. And transitioning up to a seat when you feel complete here. And if you're still making your way to a seat, please continue to go at your own pace. When you're there, bring your palms to your heart and lower the chin. Taking a few deep breaths. Just honor yourself right now for the work you've done here tonight in this class, for practicing self-care, for self-soothing, for strengthening, for stretching, and any other benefit you might have gotten out of tonight's practice. Honor yourself, feel gratitude to yourself for that. And may all of that hard work, all of that effort, and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.